everybody. Dr. Blanchard here. I wanted to talk today, and hopefully you can see this. I wanted to talk about the opportunities that I have posted for you to increase your course average, and there are a number of these. They have come out in separate announcements on the course homepage. This is the copy of a letter that some of your parents got several days ago, letting them know about these opportunities. But anyway, I thought that it would be useful to go over these, talk about these a little bit to make sure everybody knows what's going on. Everything, the first critical point, all of this needs to be turned in by April 25th. Okay, I cannot take anything past April 25th, no exceptions. So if you want to take advantage of this, please, do so. Today's April 1st. You have plenty of time. I can't take anything past the 25th because I have to get ready to, finalize the course. So April 25th, that's it. All right, so let's take a look. The first one I posted had to do with discussion posts. And you can go back, for those of you who have some missing that you didn't do, you can go back and do those. And, depending on the quality, the completeness, the amount of development and detail, you can earn potentially a B. If what you do is not of sufficient quality, but you do it, then you would have a C. All right, but that is certainly a lot better than a 0. And I hope that for those of you, that's why I'm doing this mainly. It's so that we can omit those zeros. So I hope that you will do those. All right, the project redo, that is an opportunity for you to either revise an existing project, redo it. If there's a project that you haven't done, you can also submit that. So I hope that, again, that you will take advantage of that. A project redo is not an essay, okay, and it's not a test. It's a project. And if you have any questions about, what you can do, then just ask me, and I'll be happy to let you do that. I want to focus on the project because for this course, for all the courses, whichever one you guys are in, projects and tests count the most in terms of the overall grade percentage. So I wanted to give everybody an opportunity to redo a project. All right, now let's talk about the tests. So I just posted on all of the course home pages here, I just posted the alternative test opportunity. Now, what this is, I really see this as being for those of you who did not pass the original test, or let's say that you didn't take the test. So it's for somebody who has a failing grade on a test. All right, so that's how I see these. So I am working on creating these. It takes a while to create them. And over the course of the next week, I hope to get all of those up. I have several up now on the A, B, and A courses. For the B students, I will be working on those as soon as I can. Okay, so while I'm trying to get those up, you work on these other things. But anyway, so, you will require, what this requires is that you have to go through the content. And I really feel that if, I like to believe that if you had done that carefully the first time, you would have passed the test. But since you didn't, we need to do some remediation. And so that means that you need to go back through that material because I want everybody to understand something. The final exam, which counts 20% of this course, okay, the final exam is going to be composed of questions just like the ones you have had, on these tests. So, if you're not passing the tests or if there's one that you didn't pass, I think it's really important that you go back and review that material. So I'm looking at this as, a way to improve your grades for sure, but it's a way to, review the material. So, and I do think that's important. So how the grading is going to work on this, if, like it says here, if you do one of these alternative tests, but you didn't do it the first time, in other words, you have a 0 on that test right now, and you do this, then you can earn a C, which again is a lot better than a 0. If you did the test, but you didn't earn a passing score, and you redo this, go back through this material again, then you have a chance to earn a B. Now this assumes again that the work done is high quality and meets all the requirements. So I'm trying to reward you for what you're doing, okay? So again, it's a way to get rid of those zeros. And I really think that you need to do that. And I hope that everyone will take me up on this, okay? All right. So then, this is the new one here, the test revisions. And I always do these too, and mainly so that everybody can review for the final exam. And anyone in the class can take the alternative test. Anybody can take the test revisions. But again, I really do see the alternative tests. The reason I'm doing those and the reason I created those is to give people who didn't pass the first time an opportunity to do so. Now, for the test revisions, those of you who, you passed the test, you did okay, but you feel like you could have done better. That's what these test revisions are for. So what you have to do, and again, you can earn 10 points on this. So let's say you had a 76 on the first test, and you do the test revision, now you would have an 86, okay? Let's say that you had a 93. And you do this, well, then you can earn extra points. Okay, so again, this opportunity is open to everyone. All right, so anyway, so what you do, you go back, first you have to label, this will be a Word document, and you need to label it clearly with the name of the test, okay? And then you're going to go back and open up the test, and again, if you need to figure out how to do that, I do have links on the course homepage on the bulletin board. And I have all those links there, right there on the bulletin board, and you can click on that, how to see your feedback, how to look at tests. I have videos there for all of that. So, that's where you need to begin if you don't know how to do this. All right, so you're going to open up the test, and you're going to look at the questions that you got wrong. And what I'm requiring you to do is go through that thought process again. So you're going to write up for each question that you got wrong, why you missed that question, looking back on it now, why did you miss it, and why is the correct answer indeed correct? Okay, so I want to make sure that you understand why the correct answer is correct. If you want to make a list for these, I think that's a perfect way to do this, okay? Now you do need to have a separate document for each test. So if you want to go back and do the test revisions on 2 or 3 tests, then you need to have separate documents for each of those, okay? And I have a special Dropbox, and it is at the top. When you go to submit things to the Dropbox, it's at the top, and it is titled Test Revisions. Okay, so that's where it needs to go. Going back to the alternative test, I have opened a Dropbox for each of those individually with the name of the unit, the name of the test. So that's where you're going to put the alternative test. Now, going back for a moment, to the discussion posts, anybody who wants to do those, you can just go into the existing discussion post discussion board and just put those there. And I'll know that those are new ones because of the date. I'll be able to tell that. So I'm not going to create any special Dropbox for the revised discussion posts, okay? And of course, for the project redo, I do have a special Dropbox for that as well. So just go to the Dropboxes, go to the top, and you should see those. Now, you hopefully have noticed my announcement. I have exempted you guys from certain assignments. All the teachers in Georgia Virtual School are doing this because of our current coronavirus situation. We don't normally do this, but these are extenuating circumstances. And I did that so that you can focus on the remaining assignments. You can go to the grade book and look at your grades, and I have a sticker there that says exempted. I also posted which assignments are exempted in an announcement, so you can see that in either place. I want to point out that each course has a major essay still due. The Huck Finn essay for the A course, and for the B and the AB, you guys have a research paper due. Now, I've gotten a number of questions on the research paper. You need to go to the beginning of the unit, Southern Landscapes, and you need to read every page in there. And I really think it will become clear to you what you need to do. Some of the particulars that your essay needs to include are on page 7, but you really have to kind of work your way through that unit. They have a list of authors that you can choose from, all kinds of good stuff there. I have also posted a sample paper on the course homepage, and it's a good one. It's a good research paper. So, I really think that if you read that and if you go through the unit, then you should be in pretty good shape. Now, if you have any specific questions after you've done that, of course, I'm happy to answer your questions. But, I've had people asking me to explain things to them when it's clear to me that they haven't spent time looking at what's in the unit. And, that's your responsibility. You really need to do that. And then when you have questions, I'm happy to answer them, okay? All right. So again, these opportunities are due April 25th. I'm offering quite a few this year. And so this is your opportunity. This is it. So I hope that you will take advantage of these opportunities and not wait until, April 24th, right? Let's just go ahead and get going on this. All right. So take care, everybody, and stay safe. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.